Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Today we're talking about having a Venus in Cancer. Alright, so if you are someone who's got your Venus in Cancer, you would be a sun sign Cancer, a sun sign Gemini, a sun sign Taurus, a sun sign Leo, or a sun sign Virgo. These all play different parts in how your Venus in Cancer actually plays. But I will talk more about that later on in the video, okay? But yes, someone who has their Venus in Cancer, what can I tell you about this kind of energy? Before I get into that, Venus is the planet of love, romance, beauty. You know, it's going to be the idea of the kind of Venus in a particular sign would be the kind of sign or energy that you are attracted to. You know, regardless of whether you feel like you go with them or not, you're going to be attracted to that kind of energy that they bring. And Venus is ruled by Taurus. Libra is the co-ruler to Venus. Obviously, we know Venus is a feminine planet, and Cancer is also a feminine sign. Cancer is home to the fourth house on the natal chart. The fourth house represents your first steps in life. You know, it's going to be your home. It's home to the moon as well. Cancer is the ruler of the moon, and it also represents the mother. The fourth house represents the mother. You know, it represents your stability in the house, home structure. You know, how you live in your house and how you grew up. So it's the first kind of stages in life. Very, very important house. Very important house. So someone who has their Venus in Cancer, what kind of person are you? You guys crave emotional intimacy from your partners like crazy. You're also not the kind of person to go by what someone purely looks like. You guys would get with someone as long as they impose these wonderful Cancer energy. Like, because your Venus is in Cancer, you're going to be attracted to Cancer type of energy. So it's going to be someone who really embodies that energy where they love to cook, they love to take care of a home, turn a house into a home. You know, someone who likes to hug and cuddle you and emotionally support you. Like, emotional support is probably the most important thing for a Venus in Cancer person. Someone who can emotionally be there for them. Like, what you guys crave is security in love, because the fourth house represents your home. It's security. And you want to have that exact same security when it comes to your partners, where like, okay, you come to your house every day, you've got keys to the house, it's always going to be here. You need to be with someone who embodies that same kind of energy where you can go to them anytime you want. Because Cancer and Venus can also have possessive tendencies about them too. And I will get into that. Now, when it comes to the people that they really care about, and this can be friends, this can be a parent, this can be siblings, whatever, their partner, they are very, very protective. Listen, don't play with these people. Now, especially if they have a Mars in Cancer, these people absolutely love to protect the people around them. Don't say nothing stupid about their family members. Don't say anything rude. Don't get aggressive or anything, because this kind of person will defend their family members, friends, partners, whatever, to the death, because it's what's important to them, just protecting the people around them. I've also noticed this weird thing with Venus and Cancer people, that they tend to have friendships that have come from like little bit like primary school times or like high school, and they have the same friendships throughout their lives. Like, I know a lot of Gemini energy and Pisces energy, you know, mutable signs tend to go through different friendship groups quite a lot, depending if you got like a really bad or afflicted 11th house, right? But I find Venus and Cancer people do tend to have, you know, like a few, and you haven't got to have like a big group of friends from primary school or high school. There will be a selected friends that they've carried literally from back then or up until, you know, their late 40s or whatever. They get very close and they become very, very attached to these people. Attachment to a Venus and Cancer person is something that they embody. Like, they get very attached to the people around them. And with that being said, like, if one of their friends, their close friends, decides, okay, look, I've got a partner now, or, I'm going to go out with my other best friend, and there's no one giving a Venus and Cancer person attention, Venus and Cancer person will feel very much away by that, because these people do like the attention. And I've mentioned this before in some of my Cancer videos, about Cancers having this attention thing about them. And some people disagreed, but I still stand by this attention thing. And if they're not getting the attention that they need, they tend to turn out, they react very badly and can turn quite nasty to the people around them if they're not getting the attention that they desire. Oh my God, this is one thing that Venus and Cancer people, even Cancers, really have to try and let go. But this is Cancer energy, and the reason why they don't get on with Aries, with a sign like me, is because they do a lot of dwelling on the past, okay? And when it comes to these people, because their love is very intense, and they tend to take their relationships for granted. A lot of times they get so comfortable, so complacent in their relationships. They've moved in with their partner, they're living in a nice house, they've got a couple kids or whatever. Life is mundane. I get up, I cook and I clean every day, and I make the house, I turn the house into a home. I bought my partner a car, and this is just life, and it's every day for me. Venus and Cancer person can feel like, I need a bit of excitement. This is very mundane. What should I do? They'll go out, they might meet someone. And like I've said in my videos before, any sign can cheat. Anybody can. There's not one sign that's more faithful than the other. Sometimes we can look at Cancer being faithful, loyal. We can look at Taurus being faithful, loyal. It all depends. However, okay, Cancer is very good at taking people for granted. And when things become a little bit too mundane, they have to escape. And water signs, especially Pisces anyway, do escapism stuff. But, Cancer may step out and feel like, okay, I've met someone, and this person, he's exciting. He's really fun. I'm able to have fun with this person and go back home to my partner, and it's just the same again. And they can definitely get lost, in the process, especially if you've got Neptune aspected to your Venus. This happens, okay? And depending on how the partner finds out, I don't know, the Cancer might tell them, or they might find out, and then 2/2s, their partner leaves. And Cancer is at home on their own and realizing, wow, my house is very cold. My house doesn't feel complete. I'm no longer in a relationship anymore. I don't have the security that I once had. And this is where Cancer starts to dwell on things, and they can take their partners for granted because they don't always appreciate it when it's there completely in front of them. And they're human. People are human. We all make mistakes. We're not all perfect. And this is where Cancer has to learn, okay, things do get a little bit mundane, but I need to use my initiative as a cardinal sign, because you are cardinal signs, right? I have to use my initiative to make things exciting, because you guys get stuck in a routine in a house, you get complacent, and you tend to more step out than try to fix things and make things a bit more spicy, because you are about keeping a house the home and keeping things secure. Now, what I've noticed about the kind of people that Venus Cancers get with, these people don't tend to go with people who are like so sexual, so sexy looking, or they might be sexy to them, but other people maybe not. But they don't go based purely on looks like a Venus and Aries person might, okay? But they tend to go with what feels good, and it takes a long time just for them to get to that point where, okay, I can express to them that I like him or I like her. It takes a long time for them to get there because they're not very good at expressing their feelings. It's almost like their feelings are are like inwards, like a retrograde situation. If you guys know, you know. It's very difficult, and it gets frustrating for them, and they're not always sure, like, why can't I just say, why can't I just express, like I've seen Venus in Cancer people get into relationships with people, and you know, others are like, wow, like, is she really with him? Like, why is he with her? Like, they're not even like attractive, and you know, like, that's very notorious for a Venus and Cancer person, but they purely go by, you know, wanting the stableness, and that's what really matters to them is stability. When these people are dating in relationships or whatever, a lot of the time they can be very clingy, they suffer with attachment issues, and I find that these people always have an ex that they cannot let go of. There's always like you see how some people might take 2 years to get past like a bad breakup. Cancer will take 10 years. And I don't mean they're at home depressed about it. I mean, like, you know, when their heart just still belongs to someone else, and it's very hard for them to move on properly. And I find, especially when you have especially when you are a Cancer sun, you know, because whatever's next to the sun is the ego, all right? Whatever's next to the sun intensifies it. So when you are a sun Cancer, a Venus in Cancer, when it comes to moving on from your partners, it is very, very difficult for you. And you just need to work more on trying to spend a bit of time on your own and just getting to know yourself, rather than dwelling so much on the past. Now, because Cancer is all about stability in relationships, sometimes they do this thing where they can emotionally blackmail their partners into staying with them. And this is very, very common with Venus and Cancer people, making your partner feel guilty for leaving them in such a state. You know, you can't leave me. You know, I helped you get here. You know, they're going to be crying like crazy. Like, I can't live without you. I can't breathe. I can't do this. Like, Venus and Cancer person would do all that crazy ass shit to make sure that their partner ain't going to leave and walk out that door and leave them in that beautiful home on their own. No, they can't do that. Now, I've looked at a lot of charts, right? And a lot of people with Cancer energy have sent me their partner's charts, and I see that they're asking me, you know, why is he not that into me, or why is he not texting me back, or why is he being this way or that way, or blah blah blah. So if I see like Aquarius energy, which is squaring their Venus, squaring their Sun in Cancer, whatever, this is a strong reason why you are feeling so unfulfilled. This placement, Venus in Cancer, needs to feel fulfilled in order for you to feel internally happy, people. And the reason why I say this is because your emotions are heightened. Your emotions are so intense. When you're with someone who can't, you know, understand this, you're not going to be completely happy. You're making the house beautiful every day. You're cooking a wonderful meal. You know, you're taking care of the kids all day. Like, you're not being appreciated, and your emotions need to be met here. And to be with someone, especially a flippant Aquarius, like, people keep asking me, do Venus and Aquarius and Cancer compatibility? And I'm going to keep it all the way real. But this energy is not a nice mix, because Cancer is always left feeling unfulfilled. Now, I know someone who's a Taurus sun and he's got his Venus in Cancer. He's also a Taurus moon, Leo rising, very similar to Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown has his Mars in Cancer, hence why he's very aggressive to women. But because Cancer is in detriment in Mars, but that's for a whole nother series, people. So I know someone who's got his Mars in Cancer, and he is a Taurus sun, Taurus moon, right? And this guy is all about the shmoney, all about the money. He's very, very considerate, very passionate, And I strongly believe it's to do with his Taurus, his Venus in Cancer energy. Venus and Cancer energy, and when you mix it with Taurus as well, it definitely makes someone very much into the people, into your circle, the people around you, and this is your family, your close friends, your siblings, and they really value holidays. You Americans call it holidays. We call it Christmas, Easter, over here, right? But they really value bringing their family together, and celebrating birthdays. And I'm not the best at caring as much as I should about visiting friends and birthdays and stuff. But when it comes to Venus, the Cancer person, they will come out to see you. They will celebrate your birthday with you. And they are very good, especially if there's that Taurus around, right? Taurus sun around, right? If you're someone who needs money and you have a friend like that, they would definitely help you invest in a business or your education or whatever, because Taurus is always going to be chasing after the money. But when it comes to your Venus and Cancer, that person will want to, help you. So here, take this from me. I'm helping you here. But the one thing that I have found with this energy, which is so unfortunate, right? And this is if you have the Taurus mixed with the Cancer, okay, is that they are very good at saying, well, here you go, let me give you this, you're moving out, let me just give you the money to move out. Here, take this, take a block of money, a brick of money, right, and move out. But thank you for the money, thank you. Taurus sun is quite lazy, and you kind of want them to physically help you, and they're not very good at that. They're very good at just handing you over this cash, and they think that is enough to help you, but it's not enough. They're very good at just, here you go, but they don't want to put the work in with the additional assistance. I don't know what the word is. I'm just going to put additional assistance. They're not very good at that, but they always think, okay, that's going to be enough. And this is what happens when you mix the Taurus and the Cancer together, because Taurus is quite lazy. Now, when you are a male and you have your Venus in Cancer, people always argue and say, oh, it's so feminine, it's so this. The good thing is, when it comes to a man who has a feminine Venus, he is able to understand the women that he's dating just that little bit, not even that little bit, this whole much more. Like, they understand the feminine energy that it does take in order to understand a woman. It kind of works differently if you're a female with a aggressive Venus, a masculine Venus. But what's really wonderful about Venus and Cancer people, they have this energy about them, or this drive to want to keep their family close together. We've got to make sure we're all here for Christmas. We've got to make sure we're all here for Easter. For your birthday, we've all got to be together. And if someone's not there, it bothers the shit out of them, because it's like, hello, this is family. We're supposed to stick together. Why are you not here? How do you get to date a Venus in Cancer person? Now, these people, I kind of feel you have to go in with caution, because it's a very sensitive Venus, and you need to kind of know what the fuck it is you're doing here, right? So in the beginning, they're probably going to be a little bit misunderstood. They're going to be a little bit misunderstood in the beginning, because they're not really able to express their clingy needs to you. You're going to have to just be able to be very intuitive and pick that shit up. Intuitive signs, Scorpio, Pisces, very, very, water signs are very intuitive. So obviously they would work a lot better with a Venus in Cancer person. But Venus in Cancer, they are all about sentimental values. These people, presents, like, how do you win them over? Don't go out and get them like just a pair of shoes just because, unless they're Leo, okay? Because Leo is all about the image and the beauty. I want to look good. But they would definitely work well with a nice pair of shoes. However, if they're not Leo, let's say Cancer, Sun, Cancer, Venus, right? You need to get them something that is very even Taurus actually, something like you can frame in the house, something you can put in the house on display. A vase, a beautiful abstract vase will go wonderful in the house. Put it over them on the mantelpiece. You know, they love making the house a home, and these people will spend a lot of money making the house look really, really good. And they're very good at being very accommodating in the home when they've got visitors around. They will cook, they will clean, they will look after you. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Let me get you something to eat. Are you thirsty? Oh, let me get you a drink. They're very good at looking after you, and this is like a wonderful quality about Venus and Cancer people. I've seen these people accept photo frames, but the photo frames are embroidered, or they're very glossy, glass maybe, just very different and abstract. And these people love decorating their home, constantly changing, you know, what their house looks like to make it as homely as and stable and comfortable as possible. To date these people, you really need to be very sensitive towards how your sense of humor. Oh my God. I have a very brash sense of humor. Like, I laugh at stupid things. I don't take everything serious at all. And I find with these people, you have to be very sensitive because they are very sensitive Venus, and you know, you cannot be vulgar. Don't be out here talking like swearing a lot. And I'm sorry if I've sworn in this video because I'm an Aries sun. This is how I speak. I can't help it. I swear a lot. My Taurus is a Mercury. It's simple English to me. It's just what I do. So I apologize, but that, you know, you guys don't like swearing. But yeah, you guys don't really like swearing, and I'm sorry. It's just what I do. But this is why Aries and Cancer square, because we don't like the same things, you know, we don't have the same way of thinking. But be very gentle when speaking to these people, and just bear in mind that these people just love very, 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 very deeply, and they are very devoted people. You just need to make sure that, you know, that they just need to work on keeping the spice in their relationships, so they don't start to think, oh, what if I got with someone else or got back with an ex? And you know, because they are all about feeling stable. And so anyway, that's my video on Venus and Cancer. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one. Take care, people.